Hey, and welcome to Factorio. My name is Brune, and we are playing Exotic Industries, a mod for Factorio. In our last episode, we were just about to begin doing some actual nice building stuff, and I got distracted. Big surprise there. But all those lights are wonderful. Other than getting distracted right now, I am planning to go and continue on with the building I was trying to do in the last episode. Just, these lights have been long overdue. Beautiful. You almost want to put some lights kind of come down here as like a little runway thing. Would you look at me getting distracted? Now it's really a Brune plays. Excuse me, fact. Games episode. I'm gonna do it like so. Awesome. Okay, without further delay, let's go and build that wood stuff. We have yet to hear. Wait, we did hear it. We did hear the noise, but we knew we were being attacked when it was happening. We have yet to hear a big attack noise happen yet. Unexpectedly. I think I want to grab these turrets and move them up kind of around wherever we're going to be placing our thing here, because I think that's probably where we're going to expect our first attack to be coming from. I have some sneaky suspicion that it's going to be very problematic over here. Okay, so we're going to work left to right. I like nestled it over here in this nook a little bit. Well, no, there's this cliff right here, which is very annoying. Let's actually just do it directly below this, right in here. Yep, I'm okay with that. We'll do it right around in here. So then this, actually, oh, I can't believe that stays up there. So now I can kind of estimate that, yeah, our pollution cloud will kind of get close to that. So maybe I will just err on starting it probably like right over here. Yeah, we'll do that. So let's begin. Oil, oh great, of course. Oil refineries are powered using heat. Interesting. Let's figure out how we're going to do this. Okay, heat connects in on the sides like this. I'm assuming I can rotate it. Great. So you can take in coal gas and get benzyl, petroleum, and residual oil. I think what we want is this, the basic oil processing. Okay. For the real, yeah, let's try and I want to try and think about a general plan, because I want to have kind of a general setup for this where new fluids can be added on as we go vertically. So I think I'm going to be doing it essentially in reverse of what I'm doing here. Actually, this could be kind of problematic. Let me see here. Let me think here, because I wanted it almost to be the reverse of this, but that kind of doesn't make sense. And so maybe I do just keep it in line with this, and it'll just be fluids up this way and non-fluids down that way. They all come together. Yeah, I think we'll do something like that. And so we'll go left to right with this. Let's put you well over here. Yeah, we're just designing at the moment. I'll figure out a better spot for this once I kind of get things laid out a little bit better. So that means I want my fluids to be on the back side of things, and you got to kind of think about what can build in which directions when you need more of it. And so we imagine we want to be able to build this up. So if we add new ingredients on, it'll be coming out of a lot of these things. Let's see. Yeah, it will make more sense to do it that way. And we'll do inputs, outputs on top. Yeah, that makes sense to me. And each time we add a new thing in, we'll add it to a bus of fluids over here. And so we'll have water, I guess, will be the very first one. And I like to have kind of reservoirs for these as well at the very top of the essential fluid bus. And so let's do this like so. Let's keep 2 spaces, since these can go so far, actually. This will make sense. Second, I think I want to do the full distance here for the very first one. Then I can 1, 2, and I can fit a pump in right there if need be. And actually, let's do this over 2 more. 1, 2. So we have room for pipes, even if it is the closest one. Or pumps, even if it is the closest one. Okay. So I'm imagining essentially the fluid bus, and a fluid bus is really interesting because you usually just use undergroundies for it. And to keep them very close together, actually, maybe I want to move this, but still starting the bus kind of right here. So this would be water. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, and it usually just makes sense to do it like that. And so the second one would be petroleum, or I mean crude oil. Which actually, nothing will need the crude oil, and so maybe we'll just give that its own special one. Trying to think of if there's any benefits to keeping the crude oil on here. You know, I'm going to do it just because it looks cool. And I'll make crude oil the first one. So it'd be crude oil. And then we'd have water. Suppose I have these fancy straight pipes and things. For just this reason. What? Oh, I gotta rotate it, maybe? I don't think it sees it. There we go. Interesting. Cool. I'm cool with that. So then we have pipe there. Straight pipe. Let's do another straight pipe. There we go. Okay, so yeah, this is going to be kind of just an experiment really for the big one too. I got to remind myself of that this isn't going to be the final end all to this stuff. I also want to be able to have these tanks at the end for each one of these ingredients as well. Because it often becomes important to be monitoring and measuring the ingredient or the amount of fluids you have in your system. So I have to change this part up here. Okay, so let's do it like this. Picture we got our full kind of bus here in a sense. And I'm actually going to right here begin the tanks. This would be the first tank, which would be our crude oil, and here would be water. I think I want to give them plenty of space. I can't do it like that. We'll do it like this, yeah. Oh, that's cool. It's almost a full distance. Yeah. And then the next one, be able to fit in nice and easy, 2 spaces between it. Maybe I actually do 4 spaces between it. Because space is good. I do like that. Just chewing through my undergrounds, but that's okay. Okay. So then I can do the standard Factorio plays of, you can imagine a pump there. just gonna put a pump in right there. Pump on my hotbar too, real quick. Oh, and these don't require electricity? In normal Factorio, they do require electricity. That is awesome. That is really cool. So then the water would... Yeah, I think just come over like so. We'll put a pump there. I'm going to move these for now. So, if anyone's not familiar, when it comes to fluids, the easiest way to kind of set these things up for all these outputs, looks like this one only has just the one output, but when you have fluid that has 3 outputs, you have something that looks like this. But we will just do it like so, kind of like how this one's tiered that way. So this first, or this third row, is going to be the residual oil. Actually, I like keeping all the pumps in line. It makes my brain happy. Residual oil, and then petroleum gas. There we go. Starting to look like a pretty good setup. I'm getting excited here. I want to do as much planning for this. Is science off or something? No, science is still going. Just ever so slowly. Oh yeah, because steel is, well no, it's just, my slow engine maker over there. That's okay. But, so this residual oil becomes what? Lead purification, oil purification. Awesome. Ooh, exoskeleton legs. Energy shield. Personal battery. Oh, I'm getting excited. I'm also excited to see what these little miniature spiderlings are all about. Curious if they're actually just like a miniature Spidertron, like the big ones. The purifier. Other fluids. The dirty water. Oh, I remember that one a lot. Okay. But, what am I going to say here? We need to figure out what we're doing with this residual oil. Okay, 55 residual oil becomes 45 medium oil distillate and 45 light oil. It's crazy how we just out of nowhere make more fluids. You know, I kind of like would imagine it almost to be like take in 35 and then you get out 25 and 10 or something, you know. But no, that's not how that kind of works there. So 5-second crafting time, 5-second crafting time, 5-second crafting time. Okay, 45 comes out, and then that one takes 45 in. Poops out 35. And this one takes 35 in. So that's also really good. They're 1-to-1 to ones. And all just kind of, and this is a 5-second. Poops out 55. So that's very great news. The issue becomes is what happens if you aren't burning enough light oil and it plugs up. Well, then this thing stops making medium oil distillate, and then you run out of these other things. So we're going to be trying to set up some logic to make sure we don't run out of these things, and that will turn excess resources into solid fuel. Usually the process here. At the very end, we get the heavy oil and the lubricant distillate. Lubricant distillate can become lubricant and coal coke. You can also make lubricant from 10 heavy oil. So this is just buttloads of lubricant. Okay. So the issue I'm kind of seeing here is that I'm not really seeing like a way to really like expend excess kind of products. So like the kerosene will go to making diesel, and we'll make acidic water. Great. Oh, I suppose, okay, at the very end here, drill fluid is another thing that a lot of this stuff can be turned into. Right now, I don't even see any use for the light oil. Which is really interesting. This. I was curious if I had I think it's called FNEI. Remember if I have that installed or not, but. And maybe I'm just missing some research for what I can do with this light oil product. The moment. The FNEI is like a mod that lets you enter in like an ingredient. Like we could put in light oil and we could see what it's used in. Right now we don't have any. Oh wait. Fluid boiler produces steam by burning pretty much anything. Wow. So, and anytime we can really burn off any of this stuff for just straight power, which I guess is great, but good heaters. They have a neighbor bonus. That's pretty funny. Use heat to generate steam. Okay, let's check out the research real quick to see there's kind of some other products for this light oil. Semiconductor processing. Advanced oil processing. Heavy oil into kerosene. Light oil back into petroleum gas. That's what we're missing. Let's queue up that, and then let's bop over here and fix up the blue science situation going on that's causing it to be super slow. Which is the engine issue. How is the electrical grid? Pretty good. Holding up pretty good, or pretty well. So part of me wants to just take those, put down electric ones. And power pole. Using his power pole. Put a third one down. Should help kickstart the science a little. I'm sure if this will be able to keep up. You know, maybe I do this maneuver. Holy cow, that's a lot of things to click on. Get rid of those exclamation points. Where's these parts? They're all the way down there. And maybe this will be able to keep up with those. We'll see. It's definitely going to be an upgrade. I mean, it's definitely an upgrade in speed for sure, so should be seeing more engines coming down the line. I'll even get rid of these 3 in my inventory. Yeah, building a much more stable science build, probably after we get fluids done. And yeah, that'll probably be after fluids are finished. Or at least the beginning fluids are finished, and we have more military stuff kind of on lock, protecting us and things. Is there anything I can do in the meantime? Well, I suppose I can look at this recipe a little bit. Maybe a chemical plant. Let's see here. Well, so that's making light oil from kerosene. So these will be things that will, yeah, creating solid fuel, creating heavy fuel, or creating even more petroleum gas. Will be like ways of getting rid of these resources. I suppose for now we can just start with this this weird thing with the distillation towers, where it goes 1 to 1 to 1 to 1 to 1. These also do heat. Okay, so it very interesting. Don't know how I feel about that. Especially once you try getting heat in here. Man, that is interesting. Okay. I think maybe a good amount of space would be, let's say, 6 between each one of these. 6 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And this one's input would be right there. This is kind of interesting. I think these are kind of set up to be like so you can go from your residual oil right into the medium and just get the light oil, and then the light oil goes directly into here, or the medium goes into here, giving you the kerosene. Then you run into a stupid cliff in your way. Let's see here. I'm gonna move this into here just so I have space to kind of experiment with this. Heavy oil distillate, lubricant, coal coke. Yeah, I think this is how we want to do it, because depending on if we ever used this other process that creates residual oil, we have something that can just take in the residual oil and deal with it. Coal coke comes out of there, and coal coke is what's used to make steel. It can also be used to make coal coke pellets, which are just a decent fuel, I guess. Yeah, an upgrade in fuel from the other ones. So, don't know if it'd be worth it to really bus, the extra coal coke that comes out down here. I suppose what it does, it would save us. I mean, there really is plenty of space around here. I imagine it maybe coming down this way past the coal. And it would technically save us on coal. But I'm yawning, which I should not be. But I am realizing that I don't have the setup to really kind of take it because it direct inserts into here. So when I make the electric one, it will be something to think about. For now, we will probably just set up some way to do coal coke pellets and then burn them for electricity. Beautiful. The advanced oil processing is done. Maybe we can get back to researching all this other good stuff. I don't think I need this lubricant reforming. I mean, I guess I potentially might. Let's start it. And this is going to get me... Ooh, this is going to unlock robots. Yeah, let's just continue on with the rest of this personal defense stuff. High capacity crane, a 2x2 inserter with filter slots can move entire stacks of items at once. What? That's kind of cool. A new one. I don't recognize that one at all. Let's upgrade these. Let's just go down the line now. Special storage tank. Is it just... Oh yeah, it houses huge volumes of fluids. So now, yeah, I think that's probably how we're going to do that. And then we turn it back into heavy oil. And we can turn heavy oil into solid fuel if need be. We have too much lubricant, that's what we can do. Okay. So what I kind of want to do is I think I just want to get the very basics in place and started so that I can hook it up and get what I need for cliff explosives out of the way so we can free up a lot of the space here to actually start building this. And yeah, so all I really need is to get a little bit of petroleum gas and we should have sulfur rocking and rolling. Which even at this point would be enough. So maybe it will do that. Take this and yeah, we'll actually just move it over to there. So residual oil is this one. Of course, out of pipes. Well, I think we'll probably save that for the next episode here. I just want to get this one hooked up, get the outputs hooked up so that when this all fires off, the tanks can just fill up to full and it can all back up, but there should be enough petroleum gas coming out of here to make enough sulfur to get us kind of rolling with some cliff explosives, so we could then build a better, more organized one over here that will be set up to actually handle dealing with the overflow of whatever fluids we have. So yeah, I'm excited for this one. I think I'm probably just going to continue playing. I have a lot of my evening open tonight, and so I think I'm just going to keep banging out episodes. So I hope you're enjoying the series. I'm looking forward to getting this rolling so that we can get some gosh darn cliff explosives and free up some nice area for us to start building. Like, oh, this has just been a dream area building down here. There's no cliffs basically in our way. So yeah, thanks for joining me. I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Have a good one.